I went to the picture show last night, and I was sitting in that side of a beautiful lady, watching the picture. And all of a sudden, a woman jumps up and hollers, "Help, I've been robbed." Right at that time, the usher ran down there and said, "Madam, how did it happen?" The lady said, "Well, usher, I was sitting here watching the picture, and this young man sitting inside of me. All of a sudden, I felt his hand on my leg, and about 4 minutes later, he moved it up to my knee, and about 7 minutes after that, he moved it up under my dress, went in my stocking, and stole my money." The usher said, "Well, madam, when you first felt his hand on your leg, well, why didn't you stop him?" She said, "How in the devil did I know that's what he was going after?" But I'm really not a bad fella, though. No fooling, I'm not a bad fella. In fact, everybody in my family is outstanding. My dad is probably outstanding in front of some pool all right now, hustling. But everybody can do something in my family. Just for instance, my sister. I got a sister and she can really dance. Oh, that girl will jump up about 6 feet in the air and land all the way to the floor and do a straight out split. And my daddy caught her splitting and he stopped her. He's afraid she's going to stretch a good thing much too far. Oh, she can really dance, though. Last night, mother asked her last night when she come back home, she asked her, "Maybelle, how did you make out?" She said, "Oh, mother, I'm terrific. I can do the Shorty George on my right leg and the Susan Q on my left leg, and between them, I'm making a damn good living." Woo! Yeah, I'm telling you, you'd be surprised, though. Everybody know how they want to make it nowadays, though. My old lady and I, we separated. We quit. We've been separated now about 8 or 9 months. I went to her house the other night, and I got lonesome for some love, quite naturally. And I went there, and I was knocking on her door, and she hollered out the window, "Who is that out there?" I said, "It's me, honey. Open the door." She said, "Oh, get on away from my door. I know what you're knocking for." I said, "Yeah, but you don't know what I'm knocking with." Yeah, she's a nice girl, though. No fooling. I lost my old lady. Yeah, I remember I was on my vacation here a few weeks ago. I was on my vacation. I was up in San Francisco, and I got lost. And I was trying to find my way around, and some great big old husky fella, well-dressed man, was standing in front of me, and I wanted to find out where I was, so I touched him on the shoulders, and I said, "Pardon me, mister, but tell me, is this the San Francisco ferry?" He said, "Oh, gracious, no, I'm the New Orleans ferry." Somebody give her a towel. I was on my way to church about 3 weeks ago. I was on my way to church, and the wind was blowing real high, and the lady was passing right in front of the church house. And the wind blew her dress all up over her head and everything. And the preacher was standing in the door, and he was looking at her. The wind just blowing the woman's dress all up. The woman got mad because the preacher stood up there laughing at her. The woman said, "I'm ashamed of you, Reverend. I can see that you're no gentleman." The Reverend looked at her and said, "I can see that you're no gentleman either." Yeah, the lady started to go on inside the church house just as she started up the steps. When she started up the steps, and all of a sudden she slipped and fell back down, and her dress went all up over her head again, and she hollered up there to the Reverend. She said, "Reverend, pardon me, but tell me, is Mass out?" Reverend looked at her laying down there in that terrible position. He said, "No, but your hat's on crooked." Fellow friend of mine, he eat in the same cafe I eat at all the time. And I ain't never seen him eat nothing but sausages and eggs every time he come in there. And the other morning, we walked in the cafe at the same time, and the waitress handed him the menu, and he give it back to her. He said, "Well, madam, you know what I like." She said, "Well, I'm sorry. I just scratched what you like." He said, "That's all right. Wash your hands and bring me some sausage and eggs as usual." Traveling salesman was traveling one winter. Snow and ice was on the ground. Was raining and hailing and lightning and lightning. And his car got bogged down right in front of some people's houses. So he got out his car and went up and knocked on the door. And he asked the old man that came to the door, he said, "Pardon me," he said, "but my car's all bogged down out there in the mud. And it's storming." He said, "I wonder if you could put me up for the night." So the old man said, "Well, my rooms is full. And so I'll tell you what, you can go out there and sleep in the barn for the night." And the man went on out there and got in the barn and cuddled up under that hay and went to sleep. And right at that time, somebody else knocked on his door and told him the same trouble. Said, I'm having troubles, and I wonder if you could put me up for the night. And the man said, well, I ain't got no room in my house, but I just sent a traveling salesman out there. You can go out there and sleep in the barn with him. And the man went on out there with him. So right at that time, a woman came up. She knocked on the door. She said, pardon me, mister, but I'm having a little trouble with my car. And would you put me up for the night? So the man said, well, there's a traveling salesman and another man out there in my barn. I ain't got no room here in my house. So I tell you, go out there and sleep between the two young gentlemen out there. And the lady went on out there and she got between them. They all went to sleep. And right at that time, some great big old grizzly fuzzy bear, he come tumbling out the hills up there. He was looking for shelter also, and the only open place he knew was to go down there and get in that barn. And he went down there and got in the barn with the two men and the woman. So the next morning, all of them woke up about the same time. The woman woke out, and she had a handful of money. Oh, she was counting all that money. And so the old man that owned the house, he was standing out there. He said, well, madam, I see you had a wonderful night last night, didn't you? The lady said, yeah, one guy give me $25. One guy give me $18. So you know that song gonna have that fur coat on, wouldn't spend a quarter? I had a friend of mine, he just enlisted in the Navy. He got lucky right away. He made a lot of money. Ship had a great big explosion. Some of the fellas were stumbling and falling, and this one cat's head went up in a porthole, and I'm telling you that cat made $19 of change before he could get his head out that hole. And he been hanging around that ship ever since. Yeah, he didn't know nothing about the Navy. He didn't know nothing about the Navy. I'm telling you, he was really dumb to the Navy. They all went over there in the shower room and got ready to take a shower, and he was the first one to grab the soap. And he grabbed the soap and he started showering with it, and the soap slipped out of his hand and fell on the floor, and wasn't another sailor in there bend over to pick it up. He didn't know what was happening. He stooped over to pick it up, and I'm telling you, he got torpedoed 12 times before he could get up. Yeah, he didn't know nothing about the Navy. He walked over to some great big old burly sailor, and he walked over to him. He looked at him in the face, and he asked the sailor, he said, pardon me, he said, but tell me, what's your name? The sailor said, my name is Ben Brown. And this sailor hauled off and fainted right away. And when he came to, this big old sailor asked him, said, how come you fainted when I told you my name was Ben Brown? He said, oh, I thought you said bend down. Yeah, a lot of people like poems. I always did like poems my own self. I'd like to give you a few poems. Of all the fish in the sea, I'd rather be a bass. I'd climb up on my hands and knees and come sliding down on my elbows. I'm tired of whiskey, I'm tired of gin. I'm tired of bad company, I'm tired of sin. I'm tired of dancing and especially trucking. And after last night, wow, I'm tired. Hey, Dollface.
Hey, Leroy.
Girl, I ain't seen you in about 2 years.
Man, I'm married and got 5 beautiful children.
Ooh, wait, well, tell me, how did that happen so quick?
Well, I tell you, it was like this. The first year I was married, we lived in Twin Rivers, North Dakota. There, I presented my husband with twins.
That's 2 of them, ain't it, honey?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The second year, we moved to Three Oaks, Mississippi. There, I presented my husband with triplets.
Ooh, 2 and 3 is 5, honey. Any kind of way you put it.
I'm telling
well,
you.
look, tell me, where are you living at now?
Well, at the present time, we live in 29 Palms, California.
Wow, honey, you better move right away, baby. I'm telling you that right now. You better move right now, sugar. I'm telling you.
Who is that at my door?
Mama, who you devil you think it is?
Daddy, what you doing here so soon? I thought you was out of town.
No, I wasn't out of town either. You thought I was going somewhere, didn't you?
But what you doing back here so soon?
I come here, woman. My neighbor phoned me up and told me you had a man in this house.
Oh, Daddy, you know I ain't got no man around here.
No, don't start begging and pleading now, woman. You got a man in this house.
No, Daddy.
Who is that man laying over there on that couch, woman?
Shh, Daddy, don't wake him. That's John.
That's John?
Yeah.
John over there sleep on my couch?
Yeah, but that don't wake him.
What you mean don't wake him up? I'm going to take my pistol and
Oh,
wake him
Daddy,
up.
wait a minute, Daddy. Before you wait a minute, Daddy.
Wait on what?
Wait a minute. You remember that suit you got for Christmas?
Yeah, I remember that suit I got.
John bought that suit.
John bought that suit, honey?
Yeah.
Sure enough.
You remember them steaks that I fixed for you, know?
Yeah, smothered in that gravy.
Yeah, Daddy.
Yeah.
John bought them steaks.
John bought them steaks. Sure enough.
You remember that Cadillac like I bought you last Easter?
Yeah.
John bought that, Daddy.
John bought that Cadillac?
Yeah, and
finna do? I'm finna get some cover John up, honey. We don't want to get no gold, baby.
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, let John stay, honey. Yeah, I need John, honey. Yes, indeed, baby. Oh, look at this old big fine girl coming down the street here. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Sugar. Hey, Sugar, where you going?
How did you guess my name?
Oh, I just guessed it.
Well, just guess where I'm going.
Wait a minute, honey. Don't sound on me so hard there, then, honey. Just a minute, baby. See,
Man, I don't have time to be messing around with you. What do you want?
Well, you look like one of them old big fine girls to me, honey.
I know that.
Well, what I'd like to know is, honey, is how would you like to go for a little automobile ride with me?
Well, I tell you, it's like this. The last time I went automobile riding, he rode me all through Griffin Park and all up and down the freeway.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, he rode me. He rode me all night.
All night?
Man, I'm telling you.
You must look like the devil the next morning.
What you mean?
I'm teasing. I don't mean nothing, honey. I mean, what I really mean, baby, is you must have been tired the next morning. You understand, honey? That's what I'm trying to say, honey. See, baby, I just bought me something real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got it, honey. Yeah.
Oh, you jive.
Yeah, it's got a Continental kit on it.
Oh, man, you jive.
Yeah, and the top lets down.
Oh,
Yeah, convertible too, honey.
Yeah?
Yeah, it ain't nothing but a little over 29 Ford, honey.
29 boy, who do you think I am anyway?
Wait a minute.
I didn't know I didn't want to be bothered with you in the first place, you old big frog.
Wait, honey, you get a good ride.
I don't want to get no ride no 29 Ford.
I know that, honey, but what I'm really trying to figure out, honey, are you the Chesterfield type or the Campbell type?
Well, it all depends, Hot Daddy, whether you're the king size or the regular.
Well, in that case, honey, I want to know, are you going to satisfy or walk that mile?
What you?
You know what I'm talking about, folks. You know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't wild with you in the first
Well,
place.
let's walk around here. Say, honey, dog, there's a question I'd like to ask you, honey.
What's that, Leroy?
What would you rather be, a marble or an egg?
Oh, well, I think I'd like to be an egg.
Oh, you'd rather be laid than played, huh? Yeah, I thought that about you all the time. I know what's happening now. Oh, Dollface.
Hey, Leroy, I haven't seen you in a long time, man.
Yeah, I heard about it, honey.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I heard you just got married.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy. I don't know what to do.
Wait a minute, honey, well, tell me, is it anybody that I know?
No, he's from back east. I don't think you know him.
Oh, Eastern boy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you one question.
Sharp, man.
Sharp, huh?
Sharp.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's something else.
Yes, indeed, honey. Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, honey. Does your husband snore in his sleep?
Well, I don't know, Leroy. We only been married 7 days.
Oh, my goodness, honey. Why don't you give that man a chance to sleep, honey? My goodness, man. A friend of mine just moved next door to me, and she's got she's got a lot of money. She was out the other day, and she was watering her lawn out there, and she have a parrot, you know. And she had the parrot hanging up on the front porch, and just at that time, one of the elders was coming down from the church house, and he was passing in front of the lady's house, and just at that time, the parrot started jumping straight up and down the cage, hollering, "I'm a prostitute, I'm a prostitute, I'm a prostitute." Right at that time, the preacher stopped and turned around, he looked at the parrot, jumped up there, hollering that old silly stuff like that. So the preacher said, "Madam, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm a religious man. I got 2 male parrots up there at my house, and don't either one of them talk nothing like that. My parrots are both Christians. I tell you what you do, madam. You bring your parrot up to my house and turn your female parrot loose in my cage with my male parrots, and they'll never talk like that anymore." The lady said, "Well, thank you very much, Reverend. I didn't realize nothing like that. So I'll bring them up there tomorrow morning, the first thing." And the lady taking her parrots up there, and she put them in the cage with the Reverend's parrots, and all of a sudden, her parrots start jumping up and down, hollering, "I'm a prostitute, I'm a prostitute, I'm a prostitute." And right at that time, the preacher's parrot said, "Our prayer has been answered."
Yes, I'm here and I'm selling it again.
Girl, what's wrong with you? You
Man,
crazy?
I'm selling it.
Well, you better be careful running all up and down the street how you selling it, honey.
Man, I don't care, honey. I'm selling it.
Yeah, but the law. Wait a minute, honey. I mean, see all these people out here, honey.
Man, I sell these people something.
Ooh, my goodness, honey. Gee whiz.
Yeah, baby, I'm selling.
Yeah, but there's a policeman standing over there, honey.
Where? Over there? That police?
Yeah.
Man, I sell him some too.
What happened if the policeman take it down to the jailhouse in front of that judge?
Man, I sell that judge some too.
Ooh, you're selling food.
Honey, I'm selling it, you hear? Honey,
my
I'm not
goodness.
jiving.
But it must really be all right, honey. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
something else?
Well, I mean, you're going to talk me into it, honey.
Yeah, boy, you want to buy something?
Well, how much can I get it for, honey?
$20.
$20? Oh, you're a fool. I can buy it all over town for $3. Honey.
Man, you can't buy this all over town for no $3.
I ain't got nothing no different, honey. I don't know what you're talking about.
Honey, you don't know what's happening.
Really? Well,
No.
let me give you some money then. I'm going to find out what's happening, honey.
Come
My
on
goodness.
and give me
then.
that bread.
Yeah, well, you got your money there, honey. Just let me have what I bought. That's
Now,
what I want.
this is what you bought.
That's exactly what I want, honey. It's what I bought.
A pint of whiskey.